Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. We are going to be taking this beautiful Airbus A320 and Airbus A300, the 600 version, Fedex livery from, where are we? We are in,
Flight 2395, looking to pick up our clearance to
got some
Southwest
clearance ready.
Florida.
We are in Niagara Falls, Buffalo. We're going to be taking it to Boston. It's about a 400 nautical mile flight, hour and a half or so worth of a flight. I did a flight. Welcome in, Fry. I did a flight with the 300 not last night, Wednesday, and this is the compatibility update one. So this isn't the premium one that I paid money for, additional money for. This is the compatible one, and it actually works better, in my opinion, than the premium one. So hopefully they get that fixed at some point, because the premium one does have some better things going on with it, but for overall the FPS, the performance, all that jazz is just so much better in this plane itself. So, again, welcome aboard. We are in the cockpit. We're going to get going right away in this flight because I do have limited time, and like I said, this is about an hour and a half flight here. I'm going to turn down the comms. They're a little loud.
Contact ground 133.2 when ready for pushback or engine start. Frontier Flight 2395.
Alright, so we're going to go to my flight. We're going to refresh. We're going to import. Alright, so as you see, Buffalo, Niagara Falls. We're going to, or Niagara International. Going to Logan, Boston. I thought about doing the Harrisburg one to Boston, but I was like, I haven't been to Buffalo for a while, so I thought that'd be kind of cool. We're going to be carrying some postage. And we're going to apply this here to the aircraft, and we're going to auto-load it. Bam, bam, good to go. We're going to try to remember 3040, because we're going to need that momentarily. Let's go ahead and get our synced stuff here. Uh-oh. Calculate, unable to find safe. Let's see. So when it does this, it could sometimes be the weight that's being goofy. So we just adjust the weight a little bit. Let's try... I have too many zeros in there, right? Nope. Let's try the flap change. So let's sync it. And let's try flap change. Nope. Alright, we'll have to come back to that. Sometimes it's just a difficult thing to try to get working properly. Alright, so we're going to go to external power. We're going to turn on battery 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go up top here. Well, not that way. This way. And we're going to get the navs going as well. Once you have the navs going, you can go ahead and get some lights going on. Emergency stuff, get some lights over here. And then I like to get the APU going right away here. So let's start that. Got that on. Wing lights are on. Upper and there. And then we're just going to wait for the start for the APU to come on board. Get our heats going as well. Taking an awful long time to get that. Is the light on? I don't see it. Oh, now it's on. Okay. Okay, so we got external power, we got lights, we got nav, we got heat, we got our emergency exits, armed, yep. And we got their EFB set, we got performance set, we got the CM. Okay, so we gotta go down here next. And this aircraft, you can go to menu, ACARS, and request the sim brief. That will pull that information for you, which is really, really cool. We can go to align the IRSs. We can clear that message out there, that one there, and that one there. Oh, there's another one. Okay. We're going to go to the next page. No, next page. And we can click this button, click that button, and then type in that 30.40. Bam. And we're going to be cruising above, but it says it's fine. And that's all good. We go flight plan. And Buffalo. We are expecting runway 23 for departure. 23. We don't have a VIA at this moment, so we're going to say none. And insert. We're going to clear this one out. And we're going to swing on down to the bottom here. Boston. And in Boston, we're expecting runway 33 left via the J-Fund 2 and on it transition. Insert that. Cool. Now let's just verify with our flight plan because I saw a whole lot of nothing going on there, so let's just make sure that's all correct. So we got GE, and then direct to bonnet, J-Fun 2. Okay, so yeah, perfect. We have to figure out a way to get flex. I guess we can just estimate flex. 63 probably. I know it's not the way to do it, but we may do that today. We also don't have Bs, so that will be interesting as well. 29.7. Let's try air conditioning off. Nope. Oh, it's the runway. That's why I gotta select the right one. Runway. Okay, runway 23. And then let's calculate it. Let's go back AC on, calculate it. There we go. I forget sometimes it doesn't pull over the runway properly from the flight plan. And I don't know why. 139.141. 141. Cool. Alright, computers are pretty much set and ready to go there. Altimeter is checked and set. Up here, APU is available. Fantastic. APU bleed is on. We can go and get our pumps on at this point as well. Beautiful. And seems like it's awfully loud. Let me go in here. Go to settings, and then with this plane, you can adjust all the little settings here. Engines. Not that one. Which one is it? Not that one. AC is this one? Nope. Ambient. There it is.
10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.5.
I love that feature of this plane.
4620.
Flex is going to be 53.
Cleared to Kennedy Airport.
So before we do that, we gotta go up here, flip these guys on.
Maintain 5,000.
And again, I don't think you have to do this, but I do it anyways.
10 minutes after departure.
And 53.
126.5. Squawk 4620.
Okay.
JetBlue 2101.
Have that set. Good. This is already on. Good.
JetBlue
Okay.
2101.
I think now we're just waiting for clearance.
Correct. Contact ground 133.2 when ready for pushback or engine
One of my webcams, well, the
Ground 133.2
peripheral
when
webcam
ready.
is
JetBlue
not working for some reason,
2101.
so we're gonna go without it for this flight. Buffalo clearance, good morning from Fedex 516 Heavy. We are ready for IFR clearance.
FedEx 516 Heavy Buffalo clearance cleared to Logan. Radar vectors Geneseo. Then as filed. Maintain 5,000 feet. Expect flight level tree 50, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.5. Squawk 1305.
I see Geneseo. Cleared to Logan, radar vectors GEE, then is filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 350. Departure on 126.5. Squawk 1305. FedEx 516 Heavy. I'm pretty proud of myself. I said heavy.
FedEx 516 Heavy.
This
Feedback
aircraft,
Contact ground 133.2
50?
when ready for pushback
I wanna say
or
50.
engine start.
ground on 133.2. FedEx 516 Heavy, thank you. Yeah, I want to say it's like 50.
You're welcome. Have a great flight.
Oh, nice. But the premium version was like an additional $10 or $15. So that's why I'm a little upset that that version's not working properly. Okay, I think we are pretty much ready at this point. So we're gonna go over here, and we're going to disconnect.
JetBlue 2101. Taxi for departure.
All right, we're switched over to APU. Beautiful.
JetBlue 2101.
Get a pushback once we have a chance.
Alpha 2, Alpha 1 Victor.
Runway
Hold short,
say
runway
23 left is on the right of
Runway
us.
23 taxi
So we're
via
gonna push
Alpha 2,
back.
Alpha 1 to Victor. Hold
Face
short,
north,
runway 14,
or face
JetBlue
northeast maybe.
2101.
Buffalo ground, JetBlue 56. Sorry, FedEx 516 Heavy. We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Southwest 538.
I made a mistake.
Southwest 538.
It was bound to
Buffalo
happen.
ground, Pushback approved. Face northeast.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face
So
northeast. Southwest 538.
no, we're probably gonna push back to the other direction so we can exit out of here. So probably here. Let's do that. I think it's stuck. Let me clear out. Do it again. Buffalo ground, Jet. Fedex 516 heavy, ready for pushback and engine start. I said it again, JetBlue. I don't know why. Did Beyondatc just die? Might have just died. Alright, let's just go to auto response and we'll try it again. We'll let the auto do it.
Fedex 516 heavy. Request pushback and engine start.
Pushback approved. Face northeast. Southwest 538.
JetBlue 2101, cross runway 14 at Alpha. Continue taxi via Alpha Victor.
Well, we're going to start up our engines while we're waiting, so we'll get
Cross
approval.
runway 14 at Alpha.
We're going to go to
Continue
A,
taxi via
start.
Alpha Victor. JetBlue 2101.
Then we're going to watch our
FedEx 516 heavy.
rotation.
Buffalo ground pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
Pushback and engine start
Oh,
approved.
got it, auto.
Face south, Fedex 516 heavy.
Alright, so we're waiting for about that 20 mark, and then we'll introduce fuel. There it is, fuel going in. And then our trim is set correctly, I believe. 0, beautiful there. Okay. Okay, so we got our clearance, release the parking brake. Request, and hold good. Okay, pushing back. We're going to hear a click, and then we're going to see the screen go off over here. So that's our idea of when we can go for engine 1. Oh, the dev stream. So I haven't watched the whole thing. I just kind of looked at the cliff notes. But, so we are looking at potentially seeing Sim Update 1 launch on the 18th, I believe. Which is cool news for those who are not on beta or don't trust it, which I totally understand.
Exit for departure.
Southwest 538, runway 23 taxi via Alpha 2, Alpha 1, Victor.
Marketplace
Hold
is
short runway
coming
14.
shortly after that, right?
Runway 23 taxi via Alpha.
I think it was shortly after that. The marketplace is coming.
1 Victor. Hold short runway 14.
VR support is going to come, more VR support and memory and all that jazz. Optimizations are coming in Sim Update 2.
2101,
They're going to do
Buffalo
longer
Tower
stretches
120.5.
of the Sim updates, the big major updates, which is good.
120.5, JetBlue 2101. Take care.
What was the other things they were doing?
All aircraft be advised, information whiskey now current.
Alright,
Altimeter
engine 1 is good. Let's go to continuous. Got that. Galley. Off and off. And all looking grand here. Taxi lights will be next. Yep. Buffalo ground. Fedex 516 heavy, ready for taxi clearance. Let's see if it's listening to me now.
Southwest 538, cross runway 14 at Alpha.
It
Continue
seems to
taxi via
struggle
Alpha
more in the
Victor.
morning. That's what I've noticed, at least. Seems to struggle more in the morning.
Continue taxi via Alpha Victor. Southwest 538.
FedEx 516 heavy, runway 23 taxi via Mike. Hold short, runway 23.
Runway 23 taxi via Mike. Hold short runway 23, Fedex 516 heavy.
Alright, that makes perfect sense. Mike's up here on the left of us. So, let's go here and let's go to taxi. And let's give it a little bit of power. Yeah, they realized they did not test enough, which it's wild to think that that still is an issue because they didn't test enough in 2020. You know? So why did they think 2024 was going to be better? Oh, there goes the JetBlue. That was a cool sight. So I don't know. Asobo's, they're such a weird thing. Like, they're very passionate about flight simming. I understand that at the end of the day they are being told what to do by Microsoft. What's that sign say? Aircraft something, do not something. Let's not do the something. But like, the sim is so complex. Clearly, there are so many different variables. Third-party add-ons, which is what makes up the bulk of the sim, right? For at least moderate users, moderate to to, you know, experienced users.
Southwest 538, contact Buffalo Tower 120.
All right, here we're holding
2-3.
2-3.
Take care.
I hate this camera view. I don't know why it does it so far back.
Southwest 538.
FedEx 516 Heavy, cross runway 23 at Mike. Continue taxi via Mike, Foxtrot, Alpha. Hold short runway 14.
Cross runway 23 at Mike. Continue taxi via Mike, Foxtrot, Alpha. Hold short runway 14, FedEx 516 Heavy.
All right, Mike, Foxtrot, and then Alpha. I've never gone to the cargo area in this airport. It's the stockholders pressing for release. Yeah, I agree. It is. Yeah, I saw that. More career users than free flight. It's good for them because that was the question mark. Was the career mode going to be successful? And I think, obviously, like on the Xbox, I feel that that's mostly going to be for gamers per se. You know, not hardcore simmers. And I don't think they've actually gave the numbers out. At least for 2024, they haven't. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a ton more people on the Xbox. A ton more on Xbox than on PC. One, because of the Game Pass, but two, because consoles are just super easy to get into. Southwest taking off.
FedEx 516 Heavy, cross runway 14 at Victor. Continue taxi via Alpha, Victor.
Cross runway 14 at Victor. Continue taxi via Alpha, Victor.
Didn't they already give me that clearance?
Heavy.
Well, maybe they didn't and I just jumped the gun. Alright, let's turn off auto response and see if I can talk to him now. Actually, I'm going to keep it on for the departure because this plane takes a little bit more. I'll handle it after departure.
FedEx 516 Heavy, contact Buffalo Tower 120.5.
Alright, here's Vicdod.
Contact Tower 120.5, FedEx 516 Heavy, see you.
Tower, FedEx 516 Heavy, holding short runway 23, ready to go.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Buffalo Tower, wind 270 at 18, gust 27, fly heading 240, runway 23, cleared for takeoff.
Fly
270.
runway
Oh, at 240.
Cleared for takeoff. FedEx 516 Heavy.
So we're going to swing over to the right just a hair, I guess. Alright, folks. Let's get flying, shall we? Throttle's coming up. Toga mode set. Checked. Good engines. Rotate 139. Or V139, sorry. Rotate 145 or 6 or something like that. A little bit of wind coming out of the west. Alright, rotating. Gently. Positive rate. There's that crosswind. Gear going up. 240. Let's go over to that course. Good deal there. Okay, good departure so far.
FedEx 516 Heavy, contact Buffalo departure.
Slats and flats slowly coming up.
Contact Buffalo departure, FedEx 516 Heavy, take care. Buffalo departure, FedEx 516 Heavy. Good day, 2,000 feet.
Good departure.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Buffalo departure. Good day, radar contact. Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Altimeter 3013.
17,000.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Altimeter 3013.
Bring up that nose so we don't overspeed.
Heavy.
FedEx 516 Heavy, turn left, heading 105.
Turn left heading 105, FedEx
105.
516 heavy.
It's a big old bird. Big old bird. Alright, 105 on the heading. Bring that nose up a little bit more. Alright, let's go to profile mode. Okay. I didn't turn on TCAS. My bad. We can actually look outside the cockpit in this plane and not have the stuttering issue happen. Also, I did say the other day when I streamed, what was it, Wednesday? That the DLS 4 I was using was causing issues. That's not 100% the case, because it also happens in the version I'm using. Where are we going to? 105?
FedEx 516 Heavy, turn left, heading 080.
Turn left heading 080, FedEx 516
In other words, I'm going really slow. Make the turn, dummy. You went on US Today? Alright. Really? Almost at 10,000. Right, looking good, looking good. 10,000's passed. Ooh, hold it, hold it. Hold it down, hold it down. Alright, let's go AP on once I get the plane situated again. Alright, AP's on. Let's go up here, turn off our landing lights. Runway lights, nose lights. We're cleared up to 17 at this point. So we're gonna just maintain this until they give us otherwise. Like, I used to, I don't know. I did a couple of virtual airlines back in the day.
538, contact Cleveland Center 125.2.
And I did a little bit of VATSIM.
125.2.
My thing with VATSIM though is not everyone, but you know, you make one mistake and
FedEx
controllers might go crazy on you.
Cleared direct Geneseo. Resume on navigation.
Roger, heading
Alright,
direct
nav is set.
Geneseo. Then resume own navigation, FedEx
Plus, like,
516 heavy, thanks.
With, you know, AI ATC, you can fly anywhere you want. Wherever your heart desires, you can go fly. You're not restricted to, you know, certain locations. But obviously, yeah, the realism is going to be there even at a higher level, because you'll have, you know, actual real people communicating with you. So you do have to follow procedures better, you know. There's definitely a lot of benefits to it. I do need to try after you know, the last year of using different ATCs now. I should jump on into VATSIM and see if my
Contact Cleveland Center
skill set that I've
25875,
learned is
FedEx 516
good
heavy.
enough now for VATSIM. I need to turn on this
Cleveland
Terra.
Center, FedEx 516 heavy, through 14,400 for 7,000 feet.
Works good so far? I think it's, I don't know. So Kip has an issue
FedEx 516
sometimes with this
heavy,
frame gen
Cleveland Center.
causing like
Good day.
the stutter
Climb,
thing,
maintain
and that's
flight
I think what I'm
level
having.
350.
I thought it was if I
Climb,
flick.
maintain flight level 350, FedEx 516 heavy.
I thought it was if I was flicking DLSS, you know, changing the settings in DLSS or turning on and off frame gen and then going to save that it fixed it. But I think it's just alt tabbing out. And that's a trick that he seems to get working. But mine only happens at the start. Never any other time in the flight. He will have it happen sometimes just randomly in his flight. So that's interesting. And I said it before, like, but it's wild to think how different every one of our experiences can be with a sim. You know, some people like myself have really good experience with 2024. Others, like Fry, you know, you've had issues with it. P2 had issues with it. With Flight Sim Pilot, I think, had issues with it. So like, so many people have had issues with it. So many people have not, and it's wild to think how different it can be. 3-3 left. All right, so 10-7. I'm just gonna set up the ILS now so I don't forget. And course is 330. And 216 for the outs. I mean for the minimums, sorry. Ooh. That's all set up in there. Alright, we're passing standard pressure. So 2992. Where are you at? 2. There you are. I think experience is based on PC and third party. Yeah, I think third party for sure. You know, for example, me, GSX. I have a hell of an issue with GSX.
Jazz 783 Cleveland Center.
But other people don't.
JetBlue 2101. Contact Cleveland Center 127.475. Take care.
There's that beautiful FedEx.
Center 127.475, JetBlue 2101.
There's something about this old school livery. It's ugly, but it's a nice ugly. And what I really like about it is this S. I love how the S wraps around. You know, I love how it does that. I think that's so cool. I love how the federal part here, I love how that's in the purple. Again, it's an ugly design, but it's a nice design at the same time. I think this aircraft is still stuttering though. Oh, I can't turn on my counter for some reason. That's weird. It's a fun plane. It's a big, bulky, old school looking plane. But it's a fun plane to fly. It is heavy on the FPS though. I haven't watched anything from the 350 yet, but from what I'm gathering, the performance is supposed to be really, really good in the 350. I said I wasn't gonna probably buy it because I'm not a long haul guy, but looking at some of the features that's going to be part of it, and not even watching the stream, we'll see what the price is, but there's a probability. There's a probability I'll end up getting it. A pretty high probability. Just another plane to add to the... Maybe, you know, maybe it'll be my 777. As cool as a 777 is with 2020, I just never really never used it much. Never really used it that much. And it's a really cool plane though.
FedEx 516 Heavy, contact Cleveland Center 127.475.
Contact Cleveland Center 127.475, FedEx 516 Heavy. See you.
What are we cruising up to today?
Cleveland Center
3-5?
FedEx 516 Heavy.
Yeah.
Passing flight level 234 for flight level.
So there was an error it was
350
telling me though
direct
earlier.
cruise.
So what was it trying to do?
FedEx 516 Heavy, Cleveland Center.
Saying the max. Okay, cruise here, but it's saying max is 3.1. Wonder why. I don't anymore. I used to do, there was a United one I joined. This is like 4 years ago. I did a United one, and then I did, who was the other one I did? Southwest, I think? I think there was a Southwest virtual I joined. The thing with the virtuals, I think they're really cool, and it can add an additional element to the sim. But just like APL, you know, because like using APL is almost like being in a virtual airline. Almost. Because you're flying for that airline and you have to complete it, you know, at least with APL, you have to complete it for whatever it is, 2 weeks or something. You can't jump around. Or 10 days, whatever it is. I can't remember exactly what it is. Then you can apply for another one and join another airline. But you're stuck in only the routes that airline provides. So if you do want to go elsewhere, so like with APL, when I would join, let's say JetBlue, I was stuck on the East Coast. But if I joined Alaska, I was stuck on the West Coast of the U.S. You know, or if I do Air New Zealand, I'm stuck in New Zealand. And for me, I like to honestly fly everywhere. I know on the streams I normally fly just U.S. based places, and that reason why is because I'm not familiar enough with international stuff in terms of the pronunciation of certain words, and I also don't understand the lingo properly for the ATC. I'm not comfortable with that, so I kind of try to stick mostly to the U.S. for at least the streams and the videos. I need to do more international and get used to it. I do like flying in Europe. I think it's beautiful. It's really, really cool. Airports are amazing. I love flying New Zealand. New Zealand's great. What I need to do is one of the next streams. I need to take out the Kodiak, or even take out the Sky Carrier, and fly that in some Papua New Guinea. Do some mission ops in Papua New Guinea. That's always really fun. Maybe we'll do that next stream, which is probably Wednesday. Yeah, it would be Wednesday. So, okay, here's what I'm trying to figure out right now in my life. Okay, here's how difficult my life is right now. I'm trying to decide not how to more so, but what to do when it comes to transferring my wife's components into a new case.
Center on 133.35. FedEx
This is where I'm sitting right now. I fly with the BAAL, which is American Airlines. It's been a real world. It has real world new and previous flights. You can fly anywhere in the U.S. and not restricted. I also fly a British virtual. Oh, so you fly any routes? It has any airline routes? It's just you're just flying under American? That's interesting. So yeah, I want to transfer my wife's PC components into a new case. But here's the kicker. New York Center, if I'm going to spend the money on it, I do want to upgrade myself too. Because she only gets hand-me-downs. Because she doesn't do anything that's super taxing. You know, she's a D&D nerd, so she uses Fantasy Grounds and you know, she plays you know, a little bit of Dragon Age and Witcher 3, you know, that kind of stuff. Baldur's Gates from time to time, but nothing too aggressive. So what I'm thinking about doing is, one is I have to upgrade her. I have to at least buy her a new motherboard, because she has an Alienware system now, and if I were to get her, if I were to just replace the motherboard with the same CPU socket she has, it's just an outdated system. And I feel that eventually, as time goes on here, she'll eventually get my 14700K. And I don't want to, I'm not looking to upgrade my CPU because I'm very happy with that. But what I'm thinking about doing is maybe finally jumping to DDR5. Which would mean I would have to get a new board for myself. I can hand her down my old, or my current MSI motherboard, which is DDR4, and you know, put that into her system. And then I had to buy her a new chip. My question mark is, obviously she doesn't need a 14th gen, but I can get her like a 12th gen, or I can even get her the 10th gen. But I'm trying to think of what's the best financial tactic to take on this. I know DDR5 is better in certain areas, and I'm not going to see much with in-flight sim, maybe 3 or 4 FPS. Nothing amazing. Again, I don't want to spend a crap load of money either. I'm trying to keep everything under like 400, which I know is going to be really tough.
Boston Center, FedEx 516 Heavy.
I also need to buy a case.
Flight level 306 for flight level 350 direct.
Okay, so it's only American airline routes. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's like I did that United one, and I liked it. I had fun. I just why I picked that United virtual was because there was no requirement of like a flight every week or every day. That kind of jazz. It was, I think, you had to do at least one a month or something. So I was like, okay, I can do that because I can do whatever I want at any time I want, and then when I really want to do a United route, I can just hop in there and do that for the month. But then I haven't touched it in years now. Actually, I think I logged into it like 2 years ago. And all I had to do was like reactivate it and fly, and all was good. Right now I've been using just mostly New Sky. Kind of just pick a random flight. Like I said, I do need to get back and do more international. I don't have any third-party add-ons for international. Well, I have some Papua New Guinea, but that's it. Well, I get Papua New Guinea, and I have 3 or 4 in New Zealand. But I don't think I have any in Europe. 0 in Europe.
United 945 Heavy Boston Center.
Except for the SOPA ones. And I think I was talking to you about it, Fry. I was going to on Wednesday remove Flight Sim 2020, but I said, well, maybe I shouldn't, because as of right now, I think we might still need 2020 for PMGG updates until they update their command center that allows you to select 2020 or 2024 install. So I'm not sure because someone brought up a great point on my channel here. One of the comments was they don't have 2020 installed no more, because I told them I'll just transfer the files. And that's interesting. Apparently there's traffic somewhere around us. Yeah, I don't see anyone. Yep, I don't see anyone. I heard this the other day too when I was flying it, and there was no traffic around. So I don't know if you can just have the community folder there, and then just do the updates or not. You have to fly one every 3 months, where British virtual, you have to fly once per month. Oh, see, that's not bad. I like that. Maybe I'll look into it. Maybe I'll look into Southwest. I think there's a Southwest virtual that's pretty big, right? If your drives are not limited, you might as well keep... Yeah, it's not limited. I still have almost a terabyte free. Almost. And I think I have some dual installed stuff in there. Like the 737, 777, all that. I have a dual installed, just so that when there's an update for it in the command center, I can update it in the 2020 folder and then just copy them over to 2024. I wonder when. Well, I guess would be that PMGG and iFly are both waiting until after Sim Update 1 is finally launched. Because we'll probably see maybe one more beta come out. Maybe one more pretty quick here if it's gonna happen. It should happen ideally today. But it may not happen until, let's say, next Tuesday or so, next Monday or Tuesday. But my guess would be one more beta just to make sure everything's good, and then they'll launch it if it's grand. I haven't had any issues. I think it's been fine. They fixed the biggest issue, my complaint, which was the airport having the photogrammetry, the satellite imagery on the ground. Our top of descent is right here. We are expecting the J-Fun 2 arrival.
American 1557 fly present heading.
5,000
Descend
feet.
and maintain 7,000, altimeter 299er2, Albany landing runway 28.
There we go.
Fly present heading, descend and maintain 7,000, altimeter 299er2, Albany landing runway 28, American 1557.
It's kind of bouncy up here. We got 108 hail wind. That's helping us with the fuel. What's our expected ETA here? So on this plane, we can look at it somewhere under program. We got 193 to destination. Oh, that told us the time too. Oh, it's here. Okay, yeah.
Boston Center,
We're
JetBlue
expecting
2101.
arrival.
Good day. Flight level 290.
JetBlue
At
2101
5,
Boston Center,
so
good day.
about a half hour. I joined British Virtual several years ago, and they require a test for them to accept you. The test was basic blind questions. They have tons of European flights. Interesting. I wonder if there's a test with that United one. Yeah, I'm curious. I want to check out some. So I think this is like the biggest Southwest one, which I don't really care about getting the biggest one, but we got almost 2,000 pilots here. Here's all the people flying. Southwest doesn't fly international, right? No. What we are.
American 1557, turn right,
Our
heading
history.
080, vectors for the approach. Turn right, heading 080, American 1557.
Policies, code of conduct. Respect, professionalism, behavior, prohibited, privacy. No, hold on, nothing in there for me.
American 1557, contact Albany, approach 122.95.
Standard SOP.
Contact Albany approach.
Change
American
log, purpose,
1557.
value, code of conduct, hiring, and joining.
Brickyard
Remember here, the requirement. That's what I'm looking for.
Contact Boston Center 134.3.
At least one every 60 days. All PIREPs must be submitted via the Loves Cars.
347. FedEx 516 Heavy, Boston Center, expect J-Fun 2, runway 27.
Runway 27. Expect J-Fun 2, runway 27. FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, we got a runway change.
FedEx 516 Heavy, contact Boston Center
Runway change, runway
121.35.
27.
Center on 121.35, FedEx 516 Heavy. Boston Center, FedEx 516 Heavy, flight level 350.
Alright, so we'll go down here.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Boston Center.
And let's change our information. So that's all grand, but we want to change runway. which is going to be 27 via J Fund 2 still.
Moxie 174. Fly present
And
heading.
probably the same
Descend
transitions.
and
Let's
maintain 14,000
insert.
feet. Altimeter 2984. Plattsburgh Airport landing runway 35.
Okay. And then we have to also adjust our
Fly present heading, descend and
minimums
maintain 14,000 feet.
and our
Altimeter
radio.
2984, Plattsburgh Airport landing runway 35.
So
Moxie
2.
174.
And we're going to go to 460 with the ILS. Radios are 11.3. Oops.
Endeavor 5270. Descend to flight level 150.
And
Descend to flight level 150.
272.
Endeavor 5270.
Okay. Alright, update it there. So I'm curious about this one. Bri, you're with VAAL. Which one are you, Fry? Oh, I found it. I found it. Hello. Okay, here's a question, Fry. Can you only fly with the select planes? Oh, there's a Spirit one. Can you only fly with select planes? I think that was an issue I had with the American, is it had to be the same plane for the route.
Endeavor 5270. Contact Boston Center 135.7.
Requires one every 90
Contact
days.
Boston Center 135.7. Endeavor 5270. Take care. FedEx 516 Heavy. Descend via J Fund 2 arrival. Logan landing runway 27.
Top of
Altimeter
descent's right there.
2977.
Descend via J Fund 2 arrival. Logan landing runway 27, altimeter 2977, FedEx 516 Heavy.
Moxie
Yeah, we got a little bit
174,
yet.
turn left, heading
Mostly Airbus,
005,
and they
vectors
have
for the
several
approach.
other
Expect
aircrafts.
further
But like,
clearance
okay,
in
so
about
you
60
select
miles.
you select a route, or it gives you a route, whatever it be, and it says you have to. Do you have to select the aircraft,
FedEx 516 Heavy, contact Boston
or does
Center
it automatically assign you an
132.65,
aircraft for that
have a good
route?
one.
Center on 132.65,
You know, for example,
FedEx
Pilot's
516
Life
Heavy.
will auto-assign you the
Boston Center,
aircraft for
FedEx
that route,
516 Heavy.
but you can change the
Descending via
aircraft,
J Fund
so
2,
you can
flight
still
level
complete the flight, but you can complete it with
350.
any aircraft you want, which is nice.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Boston Center, roger.
Okay, we'll wait like another, what, 4 minutes or so, and then we'll do our profile. So in this plane, which is another cool thing, is all you have to do is hit this little button here, and then we'll start its descent. I do prefer the Boeings, or just you programming it into in altitude select here, and then when it hits the point, it will automatically start your descent. You select aircraft, and then you pick routes that that fly that. Okay, but you have to complete. So if you pick let's say you pick an A320, it will only show you flights for A320, and then you have to do the flights in that plane, in that A320, right? So like, although the requirement's only one every 90 days, that's not bad. It's not like it's forcing you to do a flight every day. Maybe I'll look into it. Give me a little something extra. I was watching someone's, I remember, there's some video I was watching yesterday, and I was surprised they were using New Sky. I don't know why. I don't know why I was surprised, but I saw the little New Sky at the bottom of the screen. I saw the New Sky little landing rate pop up.
FedEx 516 Heavy, contact Boston Center, 123.75.
I think in
Center
New
on
Sky you can
3.75, FedEx 516 Heavy.
you can
Take
get
care.
routes too.
Boston Center, FedEx
You
516
go to
Heavy.
Airline.
Descending via J Fund 2, flight level 350.
I thought you can do something in here for flights. Fleets.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Boston Center.
Flights. That's ones that's been completed. Oh no, it's under, if you go to My Flights. And if you book a flight, I think. Yeah, sketch. Is it this one? Schedule? Oh no, here it is, yeah. So here's ones you can choose in New Sky. These are freaking, this one's not bad, 194. These other ones are crazy long. Some of them are just, look at that, 13. Way outside my league. Yeah, so you can kind of do flights as well that it automatically does. There's like nothing in the US. Oh, Europe. I wonder if you, New Sky, I wonder if they're based in Europe. Alright, top of descent, profile mode. Plane's gonna start its descent. They fly Boeings. Who, American? That's why, like, I wouldn't want to join, at least right now, I wouldn't want to join, like, Southwest, because the 737 doesn't quite work the best, you know, in terms of cold and dark in 2024, and the MAX,
Southwest 522.
you know,
Contact Manchester Boston
the
Regional
Asobo MAX is
122.
better. The Asobo MAX is better. There's no doubt about it.
Contact Manchester
It's just
Boston
still
Regional
needs a
Approach,
little bit more love.
Southwest
Just a little
522.
bit. A little bit. There's a couple things missing. Needs just a little bit more love, but it is much, much more flyable. Airbus, Boeing, and Mad Dog. Oh yeah, I forgot the Mad Dog has an update for 2024, right? I need to get that and maybe try it. Mad Dog's a cool plane. I think the 727 also had finally another update for 2024 compatibility. Which I thought for sure, I was like sold on me falling in love with the 727. It's one of my favorite aircrafts. I think it was actually the first aircraft I ever boarded myself in, you know, when I was a child. And I don't know, for some reason I haven't really flown it much. It's a fine plane, there's not really any major issues. It's a complicated plane, but thankfully they were geniuses and made that little phone tablet thing, and you just click a couple buttons and it automatically does all the switches and stuff for you. But if you want to, you can go through the whole thing yourself and do it, which is brilliant as well. They did an amazing job at making it user-friendly. Alright, message here, probably saying drag, yep. Not too concerned about it, we got plenty of time, we're not going too fast. We just got that tailwind right now. It's pushing us. Maybe I'll look at the American virtual. Then I can fly the Airbus. It's weird to say, but I really want to... Oh, do they have CRJs in there? Right? I know, American owns... Who is it? Endeavor? Or is it Envoy? They own one of them. I don't remember which one it is. Like, they own it, they just... for I don't know, it's like a partnered airline or something. Like, I know SkyWest is like its own thing, and they fly on behalf of the other ones. Do not think they have CRJ? Okay. It's really weird. The CRJ is a really weird thing for me because I flew the heck out of that plane. I've said this before. I flew the heck out of that plane when it came to 2020. Because that was like, you know, if you didn't want to fly the Airbus or one of the really janky back in the day, you know, Boeing planes in there. In terms of airliners, well, you're screwed. And then CRJ came out, and you're like, okay, cool. With all these flaws it has,
Contact Boston approach 120.6.
it's still a fun aircraft to fly.
Contact Boston approach. FedEx 516 Heavy.
And that's why I hope that update's coming out soon, but I
Boston
also,
approach,
mostly
FedEx
importantly, hope
516
that's
Heavy.
also coming to
Good day,
2024
flight level
when it does
251,
launch.
We have Sierra.
Because there's some cool little updates with the tablet that'd be really fun to
FedEx
have access
516
to.
Heavy Boston approach, altimeter 2977.
Honestly, the CRJ, the biggest issue I get nervous about is
Altimeter 2977.
from time to
expect
time, if you
visual
import the
approach.
flight
Runway
plan
27 FedEx 516
from
Heavy.
SimBrief, the FMC may freeze up. It may freeze up. And it hasn't happened in 2024 yet. Knock on some wood. It hasn't happened in 2024 yet for me. But it can happen. I've had it happen many a times.
73, Boston approach, altimeter 2977. Expect
Weather's
visual
pretty
approach
good here
runway
in
27.
Boston. We have just some gusting winds, 270 at 20. And broken clouds down to 6,000. So it's just a windy approach. Which I feel it's all windy all up on the east, the eastern side of the U.S. is pretty much windy all day today.
Brickyard 4522. Airport is at your 12 o'clock 15
Alright, so we
miles.
should get a vector
Airport is
sometime after this point here, I believe.
Field in sight. Brickyard 4522.
Swinging around to runway 27.
Brickyard 4522, cleared visual approach, runway 27.
Cleared visual approach 27.
Getting close to 18.
4522.
So then go ahead and go back to adjusting the altimeter, which is 2977 last time we saw. Oh, getting some stutters. Must be loaded in Boston. It's like 25 nautical miles out, so that's what I'm thinking.
Envoy 3446, leave CHAG heading 080. Expect radar vectors for visual approach
I think
runway
one thing with
27.
2024 that seems to have changed is the clouds, that they seem to generate more frequently.
Brickyard 4522, contact Boston
You can
Tower
see the clouds
12.8.
adjusting as you're flying.
Over to tower
And it's such a
128.8.
sudden change
Brickyard
at times.
4522.
It's like popping like popcorn.
Boston approach, JetBlue 2966, descending via...
One thing that's great about this version of the 300 is that it doesn't have that crazy over glare shield thing.
JetBlue 2966, Boston approach, altimeter
Not shield, glare on the
2977.
glass,
Expect the visual
the
approach
cockpit
runway
glass.
27.
It's so bad in that premium version. It's way too strong. They need to put like a mask on it or something. I don't know how the coding is with 2024, but that plane has it
JetBlue
really bad.
2966, leave Hawkdew heading 285. Expect radar vectors for visual approach
I'm
runway
surprised it's
27.
taking them so long to fix that, because any builds and their other planes don't have that problem.
Radar vectors for visual approach runway 27, JetBlue 2966.
Alright, 20 nautical miles.
Envoy
One of the
3446,
real-world
descend and
Airbus
maintain
pilots say
5,000
2024 is more
altimeter
realistic than 20.
2977
I,
vectors for the
I do
approach.
feel they look more realistic. Like, being a passenger in plane, watching videos, I do feel they look more realistic.
Envoy 3446.
But like,
JetBlue
sometimes you'll see
2966,
them,
turn left heading 315, vectors for the approach.
you'll see them change more
heading
frequently.
315, JetBlue 2966.
Like, looking right here, this is so cool. That looks freaking awesome. That looks so real.
2966,
Bunch
turn
of cotton
left,
balls.
heading 290, intercept the 27 localizer.
If it wasn't for like
Descend and
the
maintain 2,500, altimeter
DLSS
2977.
messing with it a little bit, it'd
Turn
be
left,
perfect.
Heading 290, intercept the 27 localizer.
I think it's amazing.
Descend and maintain
Yeah, they look amazing.
2,500, altimeter 2977,
Welcome on in.
JetBlue 2966.
Alright, speed went down. I feel like we're really
Invoice
high. I don't feel like we're
3446,
descending the way we're
turn
supposed
right,
to.
heading 195, intercept the 27 localizer, descend and maintain
We're
3,900.
way high. We need to drop down, like, now.
Turn right, heading
All right, let's
195,
put our-
intercept the 27 localizer, descend and maintain 3,900,
Are you not
envoy
working?
3446.
Yeah, that path didn't do well on the descent. Boy, it's not good. Alright, let's bring out some speed brakes to keep us from not overspeeding on this massive descent here. I wasn't paying enough attention, apparently. Why is it not doing... There's a disco in there, but that shouldn't play a factor in it. Yeah, 6,000. Yeah, I don't understand what happened there. That's weird. Alright, we'll get there.
FedEx 516 Heavy. Leave Seahag heading 085, expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 27.
Leave Seahag heading 085. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 27, FedEx 516 Heavy.
I was like, why are we still so high? We're so close.
JetBlue 2966. Airport is at your 11 o'clock 14
Alright,
miles.
85.
Field in sight.
Field in sight, JetBlue 2966.
Swing over to the left a
JetBlue
little bit.
2966, cleared visual approach runway 27.
Cleared visual approach 27, JetBlue 2966.
Invoice 3446.
Let's let them
Airport
forget
is at
about
your
us
1
for just a
o'clock
few
15
moments here.
miles. Report to field in sight.
Let us get our descent going better.
Field in sight, envoy 3446.
And then we gotta work on the speed next.
3446, cleared visual approach runway 27.
Cleared visual approach 27, envoy 3446.
FedEx 516 Heavy, fly present heading, descend, maintain 8,000 vectors for the approach.
Alright,
Fly present
8,000.
heading, Descend. Maintain 8,000 FedEx 516 Heavy.
Keep 8,000 in the box just in case.
JetBlue 2966, contact Boston Tower 128.8.
Over to tower 128.
Alright, I'm feeling much better on this approach now. We're still a little high, but significantly better than what we were. Let's go ILS for the approach here. And we're coming up on 10,000, so we'll get landing lights on momentarily. Let's bring up that VS just
FedEx
a little bit.
516 Heavy, turn right, heading 200, intercept the 27 localizer, descend and maintain 6,100.
Turn right, heading 200. Intercept the 27 localizer. Descend and maintain 6,100 FedEx 516 Heavy.
Alright, 10,000. Speed's coming down, going down to 6,000.
Runway 3446,
It says 6,000.
contact Boston
Sorry,
Tower
6,100, but
128.8.
we'll do the full drop. Should be alright.
8, envoy 3446.
Alright. Much better. 25 nautical miles out. Alright, bring up that VS just a little bit as well. And stow those brakes. Alright. Now we're sitting much more comfortably. We're supposed to intercept the localizer. I'm gonna make the turn because I feel like we're past the localizer at this point. We're too far out. Yeah, because we're 26 nautical miles out, so we're just a little bit past where the localizer is going to capture us in. Although I haven't even armed it. There it is, now it's armed. Alright, pretty good. Let's bring up that VS a little bit more. Yeah, this is why I can't be on VATSIM. At least streaming on VATSIM. I don't know how people do that. Can't even do it talking to AI. I'm not even talking to AI, I'm just listening to AI. Be a disaster on VATSIM. Alright, we're going to swing over more to the right here, intercept this localizer at loner 3000. I'm going to keep swinging on over here until we get that intercept that localizer. We've only been cleared down to 6,000.
Boston approach, American 2134, 16,500 with the numbers.
American 2134, Boston approach, good day, altimeter 2977, expect the visual approach runway 27.
Alright, now we should get that localizer momentarily.
Approach runway 27, American 2134.
Armed speed brakes. Come on, localizer. It's in blue right now, so it should switch over to green, which means it's been captured, but I think we might have just a little bit more to go. There it is. As an alternative, less intimidating. Ah, okay. Alright, glide slope captured, localizer captured.
Boston approach, American 1413, descending via Roebuck Tree, 9,000
Go around
feet,
is
we
going
have
to
Sierra.
be 3,000. We'll pop that in the box.
American 1413, Boston approach, good day, altimeter
18 nautical miles out.
2977, expect the visual approach runway 27.
Altimeter 2977, expect the visual approach runway 27, American
What's the
1413.
air message? Oh, disco. No problem. Alright, what are we landing at today? We are landing at 176. So we're going to put 181 in the box. Always do +5.
5828, Boston approach, altimeter 2977, expect the visual approach runway 27.
I don't know about these clouds. It said 6,000. We're at 5,000.
Approach runway 27, Brickyard 5828.
Seems like the weather's a little off. Is there weather on here? Can't remember. My flights, routing. Yeah, METAR. Boston, so 29, broken at 4. Okay, so the weather did change. The clouds lower down. So we should be breaking out any second now.
FedEx 516 Heavy. Airport is at your 12 o'clock 15 miles. Report the field in sight.
I'm going to go ahead and turn off the auto response. We are looking for the field, FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, on landing, we'll probably exit Kilo, and then I think they'll give us Kilo all the way down to the ramp. I think parking just on the left of the terminals. Alright, we still have no field in sight.
5873, descend, maintain 5,000 feet, altimeter 2977, vectors for the approach.
Descend, maintain 5,000 feet, altimeter 2977.
Let's get our slats down. reduce our speed 185, right? Is that what you wanted? Alright, I see some water on the left of me there, so we're getting something on the ground. I just still no field in sight. Let's get our flaps down. Let's get the gear down to slow us down. And come on, field. Where are you? I see something. I don't know if it's scratches or if it's a field.
Brickyard 5873.
I see it now.
Turn right, heading 180. Intercept the 27 localizer. Descend and maintain 3,900 feet.
Turn right, heading 180. Intercept the 27 localizer. Descend and maintain 3,900 feet. Brickyard 5873.
We have the field in sight, FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, so exit to the right at Kilo is the plan.
Heavy cleared visual approach runway 27.
Cleared for the visual 27, FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, flaps all the way down, slats all the way down. Uh-oh, overspeeding.
Boston Tower 128.8.
It'll slow down. Oh, no it's not. Over to 128.8, FedEx 516 Heavy. What is... Oh, 176. That's why. Alright, so we'll put 176 in the box, that'd be fine. Boston Tower, FedEx 516 Heavy on the visual 27. I think I wanted to land at flaps 30, huh? No, 30, 40.
Runway 27 cleared to land.
Runway 27 cleared to land, FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, we have our clearance. I'm gonna go AP off. Captain's aircraft. We're all gonna die. Okay, we got a 24 headwind. Just kind of managing the flight director right now. A little high, so we're gonna drop it down, bring it back up. It's a cool approach into Boston on 27. A little high, so bring that nose down again. And adjust my trim. This plane always kind of messes with my head because I always feel like I'm coming in too low. But it's a tall plane. Alright, now we're just going visual. Down. Slow down, slow down. Alright, here's Kilo. Bring up those flaps and slats.
FedEx 516 Heavy, exit next available taxiway.
Exiting next available taxiway. FedEx 516 Heavy. All good there. Nose lights, keep that good. Oh, switch that to taxi. Retract the landing lights. Retract the runoffs.
FedEx 516 Heavy, contact ground 121.9.
We'll hold here for left. Ground 121.9er. FedEx 516 Heavy. Thank you. Oh, I don't know if it, sometimes it doesn't like my niner.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome. So nice. Boston ground, a very good morning from FedEx 516 Heavy. We're on Kilo. We'd like to taxi to Cargo Sierra 14.
Alaska 537, cross runway 4
I should be able to cross here. There's no active runway.
Taxi via Charlie Delta, hold short runway 15 right.
I forget.
Cross runway 4 right at Charlie. Continue taxi via Charlie.
Nice land. Thank you, Fry.
Hold short runway 15 right.
Yeah, because the runway's right here.
537.
No one's landing there except for me.
Brickyard 5733, contact Boston Tower 128.8, see you.
Contact Tower 128.8, Brickyard 5733.
JetBlue 1159, cross runway 15 right at Bravo.
Cargo ramp is up here on the
Charlie
left,
Delta.
so we don't have much to taxi.
Cross runway 15 right at Bravo. Continue taxi via Charlie Delta.
Yeah, cargo should be right here.
1159.
Here's one FedEx ATR. No, is that a Skyhawk? Or,
FedEx 516,
Sky Carrier.
welcome to Logan Airport, cargo Sierra 14 taxi via Kilo.
yeah. Cargo, Sierra 14 via Kilo, FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, so, we're just gonna park right up here.
1413 heavy, runway 27
There,
taxi
is that
via
us?
Alpha, Charlie Delta.
I thought I saw
Hold short
14
runway
there.
4 left.
Yeah, there we are. Alright, we're going there, so let's make a turn.
Taxi via Alpha, Charlie, Delta. Hold short runway 4 left. United 14.
Let's turn off our cheese, the stutters here.
Korean Air 092 heavy, cross runway 4 left at Charlie.
The stutters are
Continue
real.
taxi via Charlie, hold short runway 4 right.
Cross runway 4 left at Charlie. Continue taxi via Charlie. Hold short runway 4 right. Korean Air 092 heavy.
I've never heard of Korean Air before, let's go. Alright, parking brake is set. Over here, we're going to go to ground equipment and shocks and GPU.
Cross runway 15
Going to go ahead and turn on the external power, turn this to off, and then we're going to go on down here and turn off the engines.
JetBlue 1159, contact Boston Tower 128.8.
Alright, engines are
Over to
off.
Tower 128.8, JetBlue 1159.
Okay, let's see how we did. 9.91. Whoa, what's going on there? 9.91.
Gate Charlie 29er.
I think it's the altimeter. Or it was also long landing. Yeah, long landing. So,
United 1413
I kind of
heavy,
felt that
cross
one.
runway 4 left at Charlie. Continue
115
taxi via Charlie.
on the touchdown?
Hold short runway 4 right.
Dang. That's pretty good. I couldn't get it down.
Left at Charlie.
I'm struggling with that for
Continue
sure.
Taxi via Charlie. Hold short runway 4 right. United 14.
Welcome to Boston. It's a big old plane, man.
Korean Air 092 heavy, cross runway 4
Very
right
big
at
plane.
Charlie. Continue taxi via Charlie Delta.
Cool. Well, this is a
Hold
fun
short
flight.
runway 15 right.
This is a really fun flight.
Cross runway 4 right at Charlie.
Well, this is going to be the one flight for
Continue
today.
taxi
Appreciate
via
everyone
Charlie, Delta.
coming in and
Hold
watching
short
today's stream.
runway 15 right.
Next stream will
Korean Air
probably be
092
Wednesdays,
heavy.
probably a normal time. And we'll figure out what we're going to do on that stream. If we'll do a GA flight for first time in a long time on stream, or if we'll go back to Airliners. Kind of play it by ear. But again, thanks for everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
73.